What's up, fuckers? It's my show now. What's up, fuckers? Welcome back to Blue Collar Fridays. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, watching, listening. Today, we're going to be interviewing my boy right here. Tell him your name, what you're about.
Shit, Brandon Galvan. This is a local pipe fitter. That's it.
How'd you go about getting into fitting?
You want the hard truth or you just want half-ass truth?
Say it how it is, shit.
Well, to be honest, I started playing ball back in school. And then I ended up getting a girl pregnant. And then, guess you could say I hopped into the family fucking trade. Dad pipe, welder, uncle, grandpa.
Yeah.
Just, it's a family thing. Just kind of get into it.
Hell yeah. So, you want to be a welder or a pipe fitter? It's simple. Get somebody pregnant.
I fucking promise.
Shit. Did you have to do any kind of schooling or anything to become a pipe fitter?
Nah. In all reality, they do have a whole bunch of trade schools, but I feel like the best experience is hands-on. Got my first helping job.
Yeah.
Took off from there. But it all depends on what you do and how you do it. Some people learn better in the school environment. I'm not good with books. I'm very good hands-on, so that's just really how I started, honestly.
Oh, yeah. I feel like it's the same with me, but I feel like a lot of non-union jobs in general, there ain't really no schooling for it. You start out as a helper, figure out what you like, what you want to do, and work your way up from there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, my first job, right off the jump, I did refractory with Apache. I lasted about 3 weeks. And I went and signed up for my first piping job. I did not last long. I think I got one paycheck in before I was gone.
Yeah. Shit, I remember my first job. First day I went out there, motherfucker asked me if I knew how to bevel and shit. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I knew enough to fucking do it. All right, well, I'm going to show you one time and one time only. You going to get with it or you going to get gone? So.
Oh, yeah.
After that, all day long, just fucking bevel and pipe. That's all I did.
Shit, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first got into it, I'd get the question, hey, do you know how? I answered yes to everything, even though I had no idea how to do it.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't. Beveling machine, I didn't even know what the hell that was. I went over there, I figured it out by myself, but just one of those things. You don't ever say no. I don't know, figure it out.
Yeah, well, that's just like when I first started welding and shit, I got put on this job that welding a lot of chrome. I was already working with the company, but the plant blew up, so we had to shut down to fix all the bullshit that happened. The fucking boss man comes in there. You know how to weld chrome? Shit, we gonna find out today.
Fucking promise.
And I remember right after that, this other welder that was in the office with me, he pulled me to the side. He's like, hey, man, anytime they ask if you can weld anything, just say yeah. Don't do that shit again. Sir, yes, sir. Fuck.
Don't ever. Yeah. You find out real quick. The more you say yes to, the more job opportunities you have, the more they'll keep you.
Yeah. And I don't know about how it was with you, but when I first tried to break out as welding, I had trouble landing jobs because of the experience aspect of it. After about the third company I went into, motherfuckers like, you ain't got enough experience. So shit, I started putting 5-6 years on that paperwork, turning that shit in like that.
Every time.
Oh yeah, you good? Come on.
Every time.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just say I worked at that one company for quite a while and name a couple others in the mix.
Oh yeah. For everybody just starting out, write down whatever the fuck you got to write down on that piece of paper to get you that job.
They say fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
They're not lying.
100%.
Especially 21 years old, they want 5 years of experience, and you ain't start till you was 20.
Yeah.
You gotta lie.
Why'd you choose to go into the trades instead of going the college route?
Well, truth be told, I went to college playing ball.
Alright.
And then while I was there, I got a girl pregnant. I got her pregnant, went to the house, told Dad, and he looked at me, well, time to take your ass to work, son.
Well, I know the answer to this, so don't lie to these folks, all right? What's a typical day look like on the job for you?
It depends on what job I'm on. Depends
Right.
on what I'm hired in as. I'm hired in as a foreman, normally running around. Hired as a hand, normally working. They can go from anything, new construction to turnarounds. It all varies, man. Like new construction, it's kind of like fitting puzzles together. A, B, plumb, level, and square, and go ahead and send it. But
So
turnarounds, you show up, cut the some bitch out, go up there, pull your measurements, fab it on the ground, send the some bitch up. All depends on where you at, honestly. Where I'm at now, before you get up, you put on your fucking spikes, walk outside so you don't slip on ice.
So yeah, like you were saying, every job's different. Some jobs just more kickback. Some jobs you balls to the wall, fucking all day. But they say good help's hard to find. That's why you ain't gonna see this motherfucker on the job site.
I'm in a hoot somewhere, laid up. When I work with Custo Fab, we're doing a reformer or a heater or something like that. You're going damn near 24/7.
Oh yeah.
A heater hand different than a pipe hand.
Oh,
like
100%.
They call them pipe fitters, but the aspect is different. Like you take a group of heater hands, only a handful of them know how to read ISOs, stuff like that. It is most of it. That is kind of like just physical labor. Like you out there, you working 24/7.
Yeah.
Ain't no stopping. There ain't no you fucking balls to the wall. Then you get on a pipe job, you get up there, turn around, you got to cut it out. Then you got to wait on PT prep. That shit could take 10 minutes to an hour and a half. You never really know.
So even for cats that like the heater hands and shit, and even becoming pipe fitter or a welder in general, you get on the job and you really don't know what the fuck you're doing. You can ask the guy next to you. Both y'all motherfuckers can get together, figure it out, and get shit done. So you ain't gotta be the smartest or the best motherfucker on the job. There's somebody that'll always be there to help you out. And for the hands that can't get with the program and get the picture, you ain't gonna be there that long.
Go be an electrician.
Yeah.
Fucking simple. Go pull some wire up in the rack.
Oh.
1, 2, 3, pull. Yank that something gun.
Because at the end of the day, pipe fitters and welders, you're doing the same shit damn near every day. So you're gonna need the same tools damn near every day. So get with the program and get shit rolling. Do you feel like there's anything about your job that people would be surprised to learn?
Most of the time when people think about pipe, they think about welders. They don't really understand fitters. Well, they don't realize that you literally a tool in my box.
Nah.
I build the world, you come and tech that some bitch.
That's only because they know who comes first.
Y'all come last. Y'all the last thing I need. Hey. I need a tech. You come and tech that son gun.
So we come last?
Yeah. You crawl right out my box I got right there. You crawl right outside of it with your little hood and TIG rig, come over there and tech that.
Well, she didn't find out a problem, us coming last. So keep that in mind for you.
Hey, it's not about how long you go. It's about how the importance of the time you make while you in there.
Shit. But one thing I would say that a lot of people be surprised to learn is a big deal in our crafts and shit. It's just simple math, really. Like,
to be honest, yeah. Nah, it's math's one of the most important things, honestly. Like, all the way down to little 16s, 30 seconds, everything.
Yeah, for you motherfuckers that don't know how to read a fucking tape, can't learn that shit. That's the main thing, really.
You read me 25 in 3 little lines, I'm a flash out. That ain't never good for nobody.
Even for you cats that are still in school and shit, I mean, if you suck at math, bro, I mean, it ain't shit you can't learn from the hands that got tips and tricks to show you. And if you really suck at math, like we said, they got electricians, they got iron workers. I mean, you just fitting a puzzle piece together, really.
You know, math was like my favorite subject till about middle school. I had a teacher kind of screwed that up, sending me so much damn homework every day. Yeah. But as I got older, I never thought I'd be using math, the Pythagorean theorem, none of that shit.
Yeah, all your A squared plus B squared. Yeah. That shit you use on the job, believe it or not. Like
it is. And you would never actually thought about that. I didn't think about it.
I figured you're a fucking fitter.
Like, ooh.
They ain't the brightest crayons in the box, but we gotta break them out every now and then.
Nah, they sharp, son.
Shit, because they ain't been used that much, goddamn.
Come on.
You ever had a mentor that really influenced you in your craft or anything?
Yeah, it's probably one of the biggest assholes I know.
That goes for both of us.
In all reality, my brother's the one who talks me into fucking fitting pipe.
Yeah.
But he works on the commercial side. He just switched over to the industrial side. But on the industrial aspect of it, when I hired in, it was really my big cousin. That dude he taught me a lot.
Yeah.
He also held me back a little bit, but he did teach me a lot. When I was ready to break out, he's one of the smartest guys I know. Like, I call him for anything. Like, he can tell you what size little fucking I call them little dogs that you put on your bevel machine. He can tell you what size machine you got, what size pipe. He can just off jump tell you how much PSI it takes to push water up a tower. He can tell you. Like, he just knows stupid information, man. And for the longest time, I was going to work. I'd have 2 welders with me, and I'd be out there working. No pipe fitter. I was just a helper at the time. And whenever I left that company, I went and broke out my first time. I called him and asked him, I was like, hey, bro, I get over here and I realize I'm smarter than half these guys out here. Like, I don't understand, like, why I wasn't getting paid as a fitter over there. And I was like, when I know I'm smarter than them other guys. He was like, well, they're pipe fitters, but in my mind, they weren't pipe fitters.
Yeah.
He was like, you were better than them, but just because you were my cousin, I wasn't going to give you that pay raise unless you do your thing. He was like, I was going to little man you as long as I could because I know what a pipe fitter is in my head. Just because them guys pass as one don't mean they really won.
Yeah.
Really, by a year of money, that boy fucked me up on. But when I left, he was like, yeah. He was like, I knew we was going to have this conversation. I was like, yeah, I get out here and these guys, they treat you real well.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude's smart. Bring him over here. And reality, 2 months ago, you were telling me I was the biggest dumbass on the job site when I wasn't.
Yeah.
But it was just it was a hard love, tough love.
Oh, yeah.
And I got a different type of family. Like, now people say you get the family treatment. Like, if, you've been on them jobs where they bring their sons as foremen, GFs, and area GFs, whatever they got.
Baby daddy's cousin and shit.
Bring family. My family, it was tough love. It was none of that. Like, you don't been like that with my dad. When I told him I want to learn how to weld, he walked outside and showed me one time. He said, now do it, son. Ain't nothing else for me to show you. I showed you what it should look like and what it does. Put your hood on and go figure it out your damn self.
Oh, yeah.
But it was never a puppy love. Like, it was always tough no matter what it was.
Oh, yeah. And I feel like me, myself, it was the same way because I had my stepdad. He was a welder. And once my wife got pregnant, I mean, welding's the only thing I knew to do to make money.
That's all you've seen.
Yeah. And that was fucking same. That motherfucker wasn't going to let me go test until I proved to him that I was good enough. So, as I'm practicing welding and shit at the house and all this and that, I'd practice on the job site at lunch. And then fucking combo welders that were certified welders on paper out there getting welder money come up, they'll look at my shit. I'm like, damn, you're good. That looks just like mine. In my head, I take it as disrespect because I've seen your welds, motherfucker. You can't weld.
Like, shit.
But then the fact also, you're making this money right now, and I ain't, because I'm being told I still need to learn more.
Yeah.
So I'm still a step behind, all because I'm trying to prove myself to somebody else. So
it's a bad thing, but it
makes you better, though.
It makes you a lot better. Like, you don't never settle for just the natural expectations of it. Like, I go on job sites, I see fitters who don't even really try or care about their craft.
Yeah.
In all reality, I was taught to perfect it at any means necessary. I want that fit. When I call you up in the rack, you walk up there, I ain't even got to look at it. You in your mind don't got to look at it because you know I just did it myself.
Oh, yeah.
And so I like to take pride in what I do. And it's all because of how you was taught. Like, yeah, that passes, but this is right.
Yeah.
Like it's good enough, but it ain't the best.
Yeah. That's like they tell us ugly will shoot too, but shit, I need a dime, baby.
I
Fucking
fucking promise.
like I'm.
Uh,
I guess I picked it up from my stepdad also, being OCD about how my weld looks.
yeah.
So if that bitch ain't perfect, I'm fucking ripping that bitch back out and I'm gonna make it fucking perfect. And that's my standards. And
Other people
honestly,
don't
I
live
feel
by
like
it.
I can never be a QC because of that.
Oh,
Because I be done ran
promise.
off all these motherfuckers on these job sites. Like, just my standard of something being good is not the
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like shit, I'd be the worst QC y'all motherfuckers ever had.
I fucking
Like
promise.
shit.
That's my big thing, man. Like where I'm at now, they want me to go VT the fit, and then call QC over there to have them come look at the fit.
Yeah.
And then like I walk up and I got to the point, I'm like, look, man, I can't tell you what's like. How am I gonna tell the welder you can't weld that shit?
Yeah.
If the welder buys it, puts 3 techs. My rule is 3 techs. You put that third tag in, 9 times out of 10 it's yours. Unless I gotta rip some shit out. Hey, tack it real quick. Let me hold it. I rip this side over here.
But I've also been in that boat saying, well, you put 3 tacks in it. That's yours. Bitch, I'll cut these fucking tacks right now. I don't give a fuck. We're going to get it right before we got to move on. Cause
nah, once I put that third tack in, it's normally I tack top, bottom, I tack my sides. Yeah. Once I tell you take that side, I tell you, hey, go ahead, weld that other side and hop on this one weld. It's not just a 3 tacks and walk away. Yeah. There's a verbal communication. Well, hey, man, weld that. Hey, tack here, weld that shit up. Well, so it leads to your tie-ins. Yeah. And as long as I know my shit's right, like I'm good. I ain't worried about it.
My thing was, when I've done that before, was also when I was first starting out. I know it's not right.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go to fuck, yeah, we'll do that, blah, blah. And then when the time comes to do that, they don't want to do it.
They be like, you bought it.
Yeah, so guess what? This bitch is coming apart one way or another.
I promise.
Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, there's, like I say there's certain scenarios. Like when you're welding, new construction-wise, you got a lot of square fittings, square pipe, everything come factory beveled already. You slam it together.
On what country it came from.
Yeah, 10-4, 10-4.
Yeah.
But if the gap good, your plumb level and square on everything right before you tack, hey, I'll pry that open a little bit because I know it's going to pull when you weld that side. I pry it open. Hey, go ahead, give me tack right there and weld this side up.
Yeah.
But I'm not, that's only if I know it's right. If I know it's wrong, hey, man, put me a bridge tack right here to hold it. I'm about to rip the dog life out this thing.
Oh, yeah.
I like it to look, I want it to look right. Like, regardless of weld, I know some of you guys like that fucking little tight ass gap. I like at least a 1/8. That's for my fitting. That's what I like, and from my welding experience, 1/8 is a good gap to weld.
Yeah. And for me, as long as I can stick the rod in for the bottom, I'm cool with it. If the top slam,
you better go grab a 3, baby.
You can keyhole that. Look, all right. I ain't welding with no goddamn 3. I promise you that. I don't give a fuck what it is. I ain't doing it. But what I like to tell fitters that say that same fucking remark, that's why you always picking up a 4-inch grinder. Because you don't know how to work with 7 inches in your hand, baby.
Come on.
I don't, like, I need that big rod in my hand to work with that son of a bitch.
7 inches, cool. Need some wide hips to take that something gun done.
Hey.
You look like you've been worked a little bit.
Look, son. As long as you got 9 inches, ain't no hips too big for you to get up in.
Come on. His hips way too small, though.
Let's touch back on the mentor that influenced you to get into your craft and everything. With me, I couldn't get a job until my stepdad said I was good enough, right? Well, even when he said I was good enough, the head QC for the company he was with straight up told me to my face, I'm busy babysitting too many other welders. Go get good somewhere else and then come back and I'll hire you. So I was like, fuck, bro. So I jumped off the porch by myself and I was hunting job to job. Fucking, I might get a job for a month, get fucking laid off or fired. fucking go bust the test first fucking day out of state. And here my ass come back. No money in my pocket, no nothing. Fucking
looking for another one.
yeah.
That's a sad truth about welding. That's why I believe fitters got it easier on that aspect because some companies don't even require you to take a fitting test. Some do. And then you look at the fitting test, it's like in general knowledge, like some basic shit. Like you take most helpers with S&B who's been going to that little school, they'll go past that shit. And then so kind of messes the trade up on that aspect for fitting wise.
Well, that and like a couple of years ago, you had that motherfucker that was selling the NCCR shit to cats. Didn't know shit about fitting, all this and that. And nobody caught it until motherfuckers started getting on job sites and they couldn't fucking do the job.
Yeah.
And then that's how that motherfucker ended up getting busted. So just because motherfucker passed the test don't mean you know what the fuck you're doing.
Some of the best pipe fitters I know don't have that shit.
Yeah.
They're not good with books. It's a book thing. They ask you about excavations and all that shit in there. It's not even only like a third of the test. Yeah, only a third of the test got to do with actually fitting pipe.
Yeah.
The rest is like safety aspects. How high can you go on a ladder without tying off? All that. There's not a lot of piping in. And then when they ask you to pipe in, it's like, hey, you center's this. If you take out a 1/8 gap on for your welds, what's your cut length to the piece of pipe? That's some general knowledge shit. Like I learned that probably second, third day on the job site.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's hard to pass it because it asks you about other things that ain't your craft. And the test don't mean nothing, man. You give half the guys that can't pass that test a hands-on test.
Oh yeah.
The boy's gonna pass with flying colors.
100%. And those are the motherfuckers that I'd rather work with.
Yeah.
The motherfuckers that are good on the written test.
Yeah. I ended up going to get the little NCCER bullshit because I was with S&B and they were paying like $31 an hour. It was my first new construction job. And I've never been asked for like a certification like that before. And get on job site, they got me going around cutting shit out that these guys have got their hands on shit. And I was like, them dudes making $3-4 more than me. And so I got mad one day and I ended up walking in the office because S&B would give you a test. They tried to tell me I had to do like 6 weeks of class. Well, I told the lady I need an early out. I took my ass up to safety council there in Houston.
Yeah.
Went, took it, passed it, showed up the next day, had a lady they give you like a regular ass card with your name and your number on it before your real card comes in. Walked in, handed it to her. Hey, I need my money. I got my money. And it was just one of those things where I got sick and tired of it. So I went and did it because I was like, these dudes making way more money than me. $4 is a lot.
Oh yeah.
Like
believe it or not, it is.
That's
and
a lot.
Also, the fact that you're having to go back behind them and fix their shit, and yet they're still on the job site.
Yeah, and they continue going to fuck shit up.
But I feel like that's also a big difference between welding and pipe fitting.
Yeah.
Because we don't have to take no NCCR shit. You take a weld test for every job, and that's showing you know what to do. And then once you get on the job, you got your productions, you got your qualifiers, and then you got X-ray, whatever the percentage for the job site.
Yeah.
That could be anywhere from 10% to 100%. So.
Yeah. And that's the sad truth about it. That's why fitting's going downhill.
Yeah.
Because they don't have stuff like that. Like you fucking fit up real bad. I would just cut it out, retry it.
Yeah.
But that weld done shot good. Now you gotta cut it out and redo it again.
Nah,
but if that welder were to bust it, he can lose his damn job over this shit. Like I feel like there ain't as much repercussions for fitters as there are welders. There should be, but there's not.
Yeah. And also, fucking, depending on what kind of job I'm on, if I'm on a 100% job, motherfucker, if you're my fitter, I expect you to be 100% too.
Right, every time. Every time.
And if you can't do it, I've done it before. I've kicked the fitter out the goddamn hooch and fitted the fucking pipe myself.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't doing it to my standards, and if you're showing me that you can't fucking do it and you don't know how, I don't need you here. I'll do it myself.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I had a weld up in a rack I fit for, but he ain't like nobody. He liked the way I did it, so that every day he'd walk up because they give out ride slips at the tool room. You can get stuck with a crew. That's only if the foreman and stuff like you over there.
Yeah.
So he ended up coming over there, and he only welded for me. And one day I had some bolt up selling some mechanicals, and Buddy gets up in the rack, and I hear my name. I look up in the rack, and he was like, "Hey, go get Mike. Tell him come up here, get this fucking fitter out the hooch. I'm gonna do this shit my damn self."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Huh?"
Yeah.
He said, "I can't do it. Get this motherfucker." It was an old Mexican dude,
Yeah.
and he didn't know a lot of English, so that probably had a lot to do with the communication wasn't probably always there.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah. So I went down. I was like, "Hey, Mike, go up talk to Sean real quick. I ain't finna tell you what he said, but you need to go get that information from him."
Oh yeah.
And I turned. Well, by the time I got back up there, Buddy had already dropped that fit of shit down. He was like, "I'm gonna do it my damn self." It was just a little 90 dropping into a T.
Yeah.
That's all it was. But Buddy was going insane up there, and he was mad. The Mike said, "Man, don't you ever let me weld for him again."
Like, I don't know about with you, but with me, I like being a brother-in-law with an old school welder, and I like working with a fitter that's an old school fitter.
Yeah.
Like, to me, there's so much more you can learn. Shit, the last job I was on, I learned something I ain't never seen nobody do it the way he did it. But when I seen it, I was like, damn, you a smart motherfucker, bro. Like, I fuck with you. And then they bumped his ass up to a foreman. So I was like, there goes this fucking job.
You gotta work with some fucking slums now.
Yeah. But working with the old school cat, I always feel like that motherfuckers know everything, bro. Like, they got all kinds of tricks and tips.
Look, I got one thing on the old school, so I'm a firm believer. No matter how old you are, you can still be a dumbass.
Yeah.
Like my last job with TWS, they had to go. To work in Matabo, you go through all these damn procedures now, right?
Yeah.
And so our night shift superintendent, he ended up telling me, he came to the fab shop on the job site at Lindale. He was like, "Hey man, I need just talking about this damn Matabo." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I think you need to be at least 35 to 40 to work in Matabo." And I told him, I was like, "Well, why is it?" He was like, "Well, because I know you got the experience and the years on you." I said, "Yeah, man." I said, "But look, man," I was like, "I've met 21-year-olds, 22-year-olds who are way more slicker than somebody 40. I said, just because you've been doing it for 10 years don't mean you ain't been just getting by for 10 years. That don't make you good at the craft. But you have your certain individuals who are way older, and you learn a lot of shit from them, but that don't go for every person that's above 40 years old up there. You still got your dumbasses up there.
But that, and you also got them old school cats that they done put in their time, bro.
Yeah.
So they're going to sit back and let the younger cat handle it.
Yeah.
They'll walk you through it, but they're going to sit back and let you do it.
Yeah, but that's the real old school cat who was actually a fucking hand, not the ones who just been making it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can go by and just make it. Get jobs from buddies, and you can get by doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get the phone calls from the superintendents, "Hey, I need you over here to do this."
Yeah.
Like, that's the ones you're talking about were the hands, the dudes who was actually something serious.
If you realize the motherfucker knows their shit, fucking soak in every bit of knowledge they put your way. Fucking, because at some point in some time, it will help you out, regardless if you think it will or not.
Shit, I had my buddy's dad. His son was a good pipe fitter, but his dad was a real brains. Like, back in the day, they didn't have all the cool calculators and stuff we have now. This dude literally, I was working in a little fab shop with him, and Buddy break down his math on a table with soapstone and a little table, and he would write everything, and he'd be like, "Go ahead, type that in your little calculator, bud." And I sit there, I type the shit in. Buddy got the same measurements every time.
Oh, yeah.
His way of doing the math and what we have to do, like, he was smarter on that aspect than we are, because I got a cool calculator. I got a real cool one on my phone. Hey, it's fucking, it'll show you your little offsets. Hey, what's your run, what's your rise, travel, and you puzzle it in, and it'll tell you the other one. Oh, like, you ain't even got to do all the math you used to,
Yeah.
And Buddy can sit there and he'll break it down on a little table, and he would write damn there every time.
What's a rookie mistake you learned early on that you'll never forget?
We talking like work-wise or financial-wise?
Fuck it, do it both.
Work-wise, I could say I fucked up my fair share of soccer welds. That little shit gets me every time.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I am a champ at wringing them some bitches out. I cut soccer weld out like butter, son. But it's because I messed up quite a few in my life.
Oh yeah.
But financially, first first job I'm making like $18 an hour. I'm working 7/12 per diem. I make like 2,400 a week.
Oh, that's balling back then.
Boy,
Shit.
I'm telling you, couldn't tell me goddamn shit,
Yeah.
son. But look, at one point I had a truck. My ex lady, she had a car. We had another car. I had 2 motorcycles. I was living check to check, but my checks were real good, so I wasn't really worried about it.
Yeah.
Then I ran up bills enough to where I was 19, 20 years old, having $2,800 in bills a month,
Yeah.
alone with a baby. I was in a bind, bro. But at the same time, I can say the lifestyle we live, man. Fuck, I go out of town for 6 weeks. I want to come home. I want to spend some money.
Oh yeah.
I know money ain't the thing, but it's just one of those things where if I can go and enjoy the time while I have my family and spend it, I'm going to.
Oh yeah.
But I wish I would have saved some because I wouldn't be broke.
Yeah. I kind of try to live by as best I can. If I can't buy it 2 or 3 times, I ain't gonna fucking get it. As far as that being toys, you know, motherfuckers be buying bikes, boats, fucking
Yeah.
toy car, fucking all that shit. Like, if you ain't got that money to buy it 2 or 3 times and then still have some left over to fuck around with, you honestly don't need it. But by the time a lot of people realize that, it's way too late.
It's way too late, bro.
Like, by that time, a motherfucker can't afford to take off of work to spend time with his family and enjoy them toys that he bought.
Yeah.
He's constantly having to be gone on the road.
Working.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, I know one cat bought a brand new 2024 boat. Motherfucker been on it twice. Like, fuck. I mean, but that's what we do. I mean, yeah, it's hard to get out of that rut, but short amount of time that we are home and want to enjoy ourselves, we want to make it badass, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the main problem is most of us ain't never like, as kids, we didn't have the audacity to grow up and just buy whatever we wanted.
yeah.
Like my dad was he made good money, but I still didn't get, the coolest of cool shit.
Oh, yeah.
So now as I get older, I got the money. Now I'm just a big kid with money that I didn't have back in the day.
Yeah. 100%.
And so I'm going to buy the shit that I want.
Yeah.
Just to say I did it once. When I wish I would have did it when I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
You know?
So we grew up not having a lot. So now that we can afford it, motherfucker, we want everything we ain't had.
I fucking promise.
What's the funniest thing you've ever seen on a job site?
It's not PG-13.
It's all right. I was talking about prostitutes in my last video.
Man, on a job site, or at lunch, during the job, it all goes, it's all in one. I've seen some stupid shit. I've seen some funny shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to experience it, man. I say this in the nicest way. You ain't never been around gay people till you been around a whole bunch of blue-collar workers all on a job site.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you bend over, do something, 9 times out of 10 times, somebody's going to be trying to fucking bend you over.
Yeah.
Guaranteed, it's a must-have. It's going to happen to you. You say something slick, they're going to look at you.
Oh.
You fruity, son. It's
Yeah.
What's crazy about it, what most people don't realize, is even when you're younger, you go to work with dudes, grandparents, dads, and then to hear some of the shit that comes out of their mouth, it really mind blows you that you go to work and tell a 60-year-old man, go ahead and suck on one, and that motherfucker tell you how long. It's really not. It's the environment, man.
It's like you're with your boys all day making money.
Yeah, that's really all it is. And I think that's probably the funniest thing. Like when I come home and tell her about the job, what happened there, you'll never guess what fuck was said. sit there and talk shit like y'all are fucking terrible.
Oh yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. Like it entertains me while I'm there,
Yeah.
because we all know 9 times out of 10 we're doing some bullshit.
Oh yeah.
That
you gotta
makes
make
it
the best out
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Shit.
That makes it better. You see stupid shit that's funny, but it's more or less the people that make it
Yeah.
funny.
'Cause, I mean, if you're working with a good crew and all y'all are boys, I mean, you're gonna have the time of your life every day. Like,
Yeah. On the worst job site ever.
yeah. You ain't ever met the gayest, straightest motherfuckers in your life until you've been on a job site, bro.
You'll hear some shit.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
wondering how these dudes got a wife and kid at the house. Like, don't make no damn sense.
What's the biggest unwritten rule on a job site? He's coughing. He's a fucking snitch.
No. So my biggest unwritten rule to everybody is leave your feelings at the gate. That's the most, like, that's the most important one. Like, talk to your old lady at the house. You and your old lady argue all damn day.
Oh, yeah.
You go to work 5 o'clock in the morning, your phone bitch, and you're going to be in a bad mood all day, you can get somebody hurt.
Yeah. Well, that, and you try to take that out on somebody else,
Yeah.
and they might go upside your fucking head with it.
Yeah, you
Like,
never you never know what somebody else is going through, so leave your feelings at the gate at all times. And I know it's hard.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Like when I was going through the loss of my mama, I can go to work and I damn near, hey, bro, I need to go to the house. Well, I ain't here right now. Like this, I had too much time to fuck off, sit here, my mental to mess it up. I need to go to the house, and it ain't good for me to be here right now. Especially when doing first line breaks and doing all this other shit, doing hot taps on the pipe. Like, it's never good to have anything like that at the house. Like,
and I agree with that, and I feel like that's also mutually understood in our industry. Motherfucker, if you ain't right, they ain't got no problem letting you go to the house.
Go to the house.
Like, tell whoever, like, hey, bro, I need to go home right now. And they gonna let you go.
Yeah.
Like, they ain't gonna question you, like, oh, this and that.
It's very understood.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. You got all these guys from everywhere, family problems. We all know work is damn near our life, but we know we got a life outside of work. It's really, that's my main rule, man. Tell her that all the time. I gotta leave it at the gate. I can't think about the shit when I go in. When I'm at work, don't call me about no petty shit. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
You know, put me in a bad mood. And if I'm pushing on that job, I can fuck around and get one of my guys hurt. And it's my fault.
Yeah.
Like, you just never know. It's you playing with life or death out there. Like, it's
every day.
It's just one of those things. You gotta be clear-minded. If you ain't clear-minded, go back to the house.
Yeah.
Come back in tomorrow, try it out. If it ain't right tomorrow, take the day off.
Yeah. I mean, that also goes for motherfuckers that come into work all fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you fucked up, bro, let your boss man know and carry your ass back home. Because not only could you fuck up your life, you could end somebody else's life. And we all realize that. And, I mean, if you realize motherfuckers that fucked up where he shouldn't be at work, like, don't hold a grudge against that motherfucker. Let the son bitch go home and get his act together.
You're
and
probably
then come
going
back.
through something.
Yeah.
I don't know what your unwritten rule is, but that's when I tell everybody coming in, hey, I got one rule, huh? Besides, I need you to work. Leave your feelings at the gate. Don't come in with nothing. Don't bring nothing in there.
Most of the time, I don't tell people that. I just start talking shit immediately. And my unwritten rule is, if you ain't see it happen, you know nothing about it. Like,
no.
If we did some illegal ass shit, that's between me and you.
Even if you did see it happen.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Take it to the grave. If it ain't serious, take it to the grave.
Whatever me and you did together on the job site, that's between me and you.
Yeah.
If you get hurt, I don't know what happened. I was doing this, and I turned around, this motherfucker's on the ground. Like.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, we both know the consequences of the actions. You in a rack pulling some shit in. Everybody's aware of what's going on. Yeah. Keep your hands and feet to yourself at all times and understand what's going on. And if those scenarios, everybody who's doing it should understand.
Yeah.
We all know when we're doing something that's not right.
Oh yeah, 100%. Because I mean, I've been a part of stuff where something has gone wrong, and
Oh yeah.
when they came asking questions, I don't know. Like, I'm legally blind.
I'm
Like,
fucking wrong, but I don't know nothing about nothing.
P.O.P. Mama, I love
Where
you.
was you at? I went to the Porta John.
Yeah.
I wasn't even around.
Because, I mean, but doing that also at the end of the day, you're looking out for your fellow coworker.
Yeah.
Like, that way, they have the chance to decide how this is going to go for them. Like,
Yeah.
man,
And also, but with that being said, while you're doing it, you need to understand what the hazards are while doing it. If you got some shit that's fucking weird shape, a whole bunch of little 90s little offsets coming off, and you know once it gets over this beam, it's gonna swing. You gotta process, hey, it's gonna swing this way. I need to step over there and be prepared for it to go. Cause it's gonna go. And one thing about it, it's gonna go.
That also ties into what you said earlier though about common sense.
Yeah, that's the.
And common sense ain't free. Like,
it's not as common as you think.
Yeah. I mean, and if you don't have common sense, your ass needs to find a different fucking career path, because you're going to end up getting hurt or getting somebody else hurt. What's the hardest part of your job, physically or mentally?
Mentally. It's mentally every time. Because, I mean, it's a luxury, I believe, for you. We got 2 kids. I got my son has another mom. She has a kid. We have a kid together. So I kind of can't just leave and take this little travel trailer with me and go on about my life and go enjoy it and work, make money. We got so much activities going on, so it's kind of one of those things I sacrifice where I don't get to see everything that I should be seeing. But at the end of the day, the food's got to be put on the table, roof's got to be put above the head. So really just being gone all the time. Like, I travel. The new construction lifestyle really ain't for me. They be treating them guys like bitches. And that's not even being funny. Like, that's being serious. Like, I really think they treat them guys like shit. And I've worked new construction. I've only been on like three new construction job sites. I ain't lasted too long, but like they kind of hold you. I don't know. And if you go in with a bad attitude, listen to another grown man try to talk to you like that, really fuck you up, man. And my biggest thing is the mentality, man. Being away from home, it helps if you have somebody with you. Like, I travel with my boy Celso. We go damn near everywhere together. So we normally at the hotel together. We're normally on the road together. We driving together. And if we following each other in trucks, we damn near on the phone the whole time, chopping it up, bullshit the whole time. So, like, it helps you kind of clear your mindset when you have somebody with you like that. But there's a lot of people who don't have nobody they travel with. They travel alone. It'd be better if I could travel with my family. But the boys in baseball, going to school. It's summertime now, so they're free, but they're playing ball all the time still. It's just one of those things where I can't really process everything at the same time. You fuck around and break down. And it's just, that's the hardest part, honestly, man. You get out of town, you get to a hotel, you by yourself. When you walk in that room and you realize there's nothing, like just random ass bed, a TV, you hook up your PlayStation.
It ain't home.
It ain't home. Like, it's not. But you know you're there for a reason. And then the only good thing is you work so many hours, you get off, you go grab some food, go to the house, you damn near go to sleep immediately after the shower. So that helps you out a lot, man. But besides that, man, it can hold something on you doing it all the time.
Yeah, because I feel like with us, we got to that point where we were just like, man, fuck all that being, like, all the time apart, fuck all that. Like, sell everything, we be together every day, and we'll find a way to make it work. But, like, then again, but that, it's not for everybody has different shit going on in their life, whether wife's working, kids, school, sports, all this other type of shit.
And the sad part about it is, you're not going to find a lot of women who understand this lifestyle, man. Like, I know my lady, she get asked all the time, well, how do you do it while he's that time? I don't know, but It helps that her daddy did this for a living.
Yeah.
So she's seen it. She's been around this shit.
Yeah.
And there's other people, I couldn't leave my spouse for 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is. And in all reality, my dad did this for a lifestyle. Like, so I understand. I've seen it done. I've been born and bred into it.
Oh, yeah.
But it takes special type. You're not going to, that's what most people don't realize. Is you're going to find a woman who, they going to settle for the guy who has nothing but time.
Yeah.
You ain't got no time, so you ain't going to get it what you think you are. But, like, it don't matter how good you treat them. You at work 7 days a week. They going to find something else to fucking do.
Oh, yeah. Especially.
And that's a sad truth about it. Like,
and that shit even happens even if you're working at the house.
Yeah, it does.
They do the same shit.
Working 60 hours at the house.
So finding a good woman, I mean, it's hard, bro. Like,
yeah.
The shit don't just come out of yes, it does come out of nowhere, but it's not everywhere. So, but like he said, it takes a special kind of woman to deal with all the work that we put in, all the hours we're gone. So, you find a good one that could work with you and work with your schedule, keep her, bro. Like, that's the best you're gonna get.
You're not gonna find it. It's hard.
Oh,
you're not gonna do it. And then to tap it up, fuck, you tell somebody you're a pipe fitter, well, they immediately just, oh, this motherfucker ain't never here. So you kind of, they're like, oh, he make good money, but he ain't never here. I'm like, motherfucker ain't gonna be around.
Oh, yeah, because, like, when we first got together, I mean, I was gone a lot. But like I said, we just got fed up with it and figured out what would work best with us, and we made it happen.
Well, yeah. That's why I feel like that's a luxury. Not a lot of people have that. You're able, she'll do the homeschooling, she'll do all that extra stuff to where you can take this trailer anywhere you want. They're going to be there and they're going to be good.
Yeah.
With them, it's, okay. Got my stepson, we got our son, and I got my other son.
Yeah.
We all, like, I ain't leaving my boy, she ain't leaving her boy, his daddy, him.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one of those things where it kind of, you get put in a spot to where you end up having to go alone.
Oh, yeah.
And
but while you're out of town working and shit, the main thing is keep in mind why you're there.
Yeah.
Fucking, that way you don't get in your fucking thoughts, don't get in your feelings, and just keep on pushing for the same reason why you left is the same reason why you're going back home.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you've been on jobs before where motherfuckers end up ending their life from being out of town, being away from all this and that. And if you can hold your feelings in until you get back home and talk it out and all that, you got it made. Just don't let it consume you.
Oh, yeah.
Like, have you ever had any kind of dangerous situation on the job site?
Damn near every fucking day, dog. I tell you what, I give you my last one I just had. Besides being in Alaska, running across them little Arctic foxes and shit, that's dangerous. They got rabies and shit.
It's a fox, bro. Kick that son bitch in the mouth.
You can't see the motherfucker till it's up on you.
That's enough time to kick it.
That motherfucker's scary, dog.
Look, I'll choke the shit out of a fox. Fucking polar bear, I don't know.
Yeah.
A fox, I kick that son bitch out there.
My last job I was on in McPherson, Kansas. We'll get up on these little tanks. They're installing some new little vessels, some new tanks. They're tying into all their old lines.
Yeah.
So we get up there, and it was my first day out there. I got brought in very end. So me and my boy get there. Well, I get up there with this dude who's been there for a little while, I guess a couple weeks or whatever. And I ain't know how it works, so you come with like sawzall, bandsaw, shit, whatever to get the job done. Well, they had this valve blinded off, and it's coming out these two tanks, right? So we're demoing from the tank all the way back to the wreck to the time point. Well, I get confirmation from the control operations, and they're like, hey, that top line gets demoed. It comes in, it's a valve, and there's a T into the line, it's a 4-inch line.
Yeah.
And I guess you say it was kind of my mistake, but at the same time, like, I wasn't aware it was happening right then and there, you know? Like, I had cut about 30 foot out with little sawzall. Fuck, takes a little bit.
Yeah.
Got them Diablo blades, so it kind of makes life easier, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I made...
Shout out Diablo.
For real. I made 3 cuts, and I was pulling this line out in pieces. And one of the dudes I was with, he once we got confirmation from control, we knew we had to demo it. It was coming out, and we're putting all of our new shit back in. Well, buddy hops up in the rack. I literally just got done making this cut. I dropped the saws on the ground, craned the rig and got it, pulling it up out. So I'm sitting there looking at it, and I hear the saws all go off, but I'm not like it's all demo right now. But it was explained to me. Control walked down with us, like I know it's good. Where I fucked up was the valve was old and rusted, and the stem fell off, so you couldn't see if it was open or closed. So on the T, come up, there's a valve right there, and there's a bleeder valve coming out the bottom of a little 3/4 inch line, and the plug was still in it, and I didn't look. I'm sitting there, buddies. I hear him saws on, but right when he pushed through, all you hear is turn, look, and you smell that rotten egg.
H2S.
Boy, what? I'm talking about he smelled the rotten egg, and buddy, I guess he turned, he dropped it, looked at me, and he's standing up on like a handrail and a fucking little I-beam right between. He's cutting right up above his head, and when it popped, I turned and looked, what the fuck? I look up, and he turned and looked at me. He was like, hey, run, motherfucker. What do you mean? And I was like, this is it. You might die today. Like, we got a 30-foot climb down, bro. Hey, come on. So I go hauling ass down the scaffold. Well, that was on grading. It was going to a scaffold. Well, I went down the little structure, go hauling ass down, run out. Dang, fucking dude come right up, and you can just smell it hitting you, but my fucking H2S ain't going off. I don't know what the hell it is, but it's strong. It smells like rotten eggs. Everything H2S says it is. Well, it stunk it out, kind of shut us down for the whole night. They made a big old ordeal about it. Well, I guess when they went through, they blew down the pipe that day, because we were working night shift. So that day they ended up blowing down the pipe. H2S was in the middle because it was like an 800-foot long line.
Damn.
And it was blocked in on the other side, so that was just the residue that was in there from the heat buildup, and that's all that was. But there was still H2S in that line. It was just a dead line, like it was literally blocked on both sides. They thought they, cleared out, but they didn't have the drains, the vents cleared out for it.
Oh, well, shit, and, you got lucky on that one.
Oh, yeah. 10-4. Fucking, they walked up, and I was looking at my foreman, and I was like, hey, man, like, I've known you for a while. Like, why you had me do that, bro? He said, man, did you cut? So, I wasn't. I was watching this shit go out. I said, buddy, it just knew it had to be demoed, and it wasn't, you cut the top, we're going to cut the bottom in there, and that piece will come out.
Swing it out.
So we weren't worried about rigging up to nothing because it was all sitting on structure. And he was like, man, I was like, I didn't look. I said, I walked it down at first. I was like, but I thought that valve was open. Where we went and looked at the valve, the stem was broke off. It was rusty. It was so fucking old. So you couldn't see it was still closed. It wasn't open. There's 2 open ends of the pipes already below the valve. So the dude wasn't thinking and cut it. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was pretty scared. That was like 3 weeks ago. Oh, no, a month and a half ago. Right before I went to Alaska. Like, I tell you, that shit was terrifying, dog. I was like, man, what the hell? I literally only been on a job site 4 hours. Hey, I ain't even been here long.
And speaking of that, with our line of work, we can travel the world, see everything. Right now, you're in Alaska.
Yeah.
Any input on what it's like up there?
Cold.
Positive or negative?
It ain't bad, man. It's cold. The work ain't bad. We just got our pipe in, so we're starting to run pipe now. But got that. We got 4 and 2 scheduled, so it's like the second week, third week. Finally started getting our pipe in there.
All right.
So, but other than that, the piping and shit's easy. I don't like how they insulate every piece of pipe before it goes up there. And
I can throw you off.
Yeah, I mean, the dudes, Project Man talk about squared off the insulation. I ain't the brightest guy out here, but that's not fucking logical, bud.
Oh,
Like
hell yeah.
that's not bright, you know. And
That's one of them cats that
never done
yep. Just because he passed the test and went to college and shit for a project manager, he don't know what the fuck he
it.
doing.
But honestly, man, it's cold as hell. I went up there with a good group of guys, so it kind of you don't feel like you fall. The only negative is, man, is you can't. They don't fly on the weekends,
Yeah.
so your kid get hurt Friday in the afternoon. You're not getting home till Tuesday. Nah,
Damn.
Monday you be flying back, but then you gotta fly again to get here.
Damn.
So like it's
that's a trip.
That's the biggest negative. The job is amazing.
Yeah.
The schedule is amazing. 4 weeks on, 2 weeks off. I'm turning around here. Once I'm somewhere 4 weeks, I'm ready to get the fuck on anyway.
Oh yeah.
So 2 weeks off, I need to start looking for work again. You got a job. So the schedule is amazing.
Oh yeah.
But it's just the inconvenience of where you're located at kind of screws you over.
Oh yeah.
Otherwise, I'd probably stay there forever. If this job was in fucking Washington, where I could fucking something happen, I could hop in my truck and drive to the house.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot different.
Oh yeah.
But it's not. It's in North Slope of fucking Alaska. You can't just leave. Ain't no ice roads up there. You can't drive there. You can't even type in a GPS to leave. Like, that ain't shit.
What do you think it takes to be really good at your job?
Call it OCD, perfection, whatever you want to call it. Like, being a perfectionist. No matter the littlest things you do. Like, some dudes been doing it forever. They don't give a fuck about how their bevel looks.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about how the fit looks, as long as it weld.
As long as it's good enough.
Yeah. See, like, I want my bevel to look a certain way every time. If I cut and prep it, I want it to look a certain fucking way.
Yeah.
To where if I don't know you, you walk up in the wreck, and I got this shit in the bind, and that bitch still slick as hell.
Yeah.
You're going to look at it and be like, all right, I can weld for this fucking guy. And then you're going to notice me on the next job, you know? And it's just one of those things where that's how you don't get contacts by being an ass.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way to explain it. Like, you do a piss poor job, they're not going to call you. Your reputation and how you get along, like how you talk to people. So you end up talking, outsourcing, basically, like you get your number, getting other people's numbers. They're not going to want your number if you're not good at your job.
Yeah.
They're not going to call you, hey, man, I need a fitter over here. You need to come over here. Hey, I need a welder over here. I need you to come over here, help these guys out.
Oh, yeah.
You're not going to get that phone call if you're not doing your job right.
Yeah.
You can do your job to get by while you're on the job. That don't mean you're going to make contacts while you're there.
Yeah.
And contact's the most important thing out here. That's how you get a job. Like right now, for me, and turnarounds are slow. That's why I'm a punk ass in Alaska working new construction.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things where you call your people, hey, man, I'm at this new construction job right now. I'll put your name in, I see what they say.
Yeah.
But it's because right now, this beginning of the summer, there's nothing for turnarounds ever. Only thing they got around here is fucking that 9 chrome.
Yeah. And you don't want to be welding that in the summer. That's a hot motherfucker.
That's the only jobs they got going on right now is emergency jobs and 9 chrome, and that shit's terrible.
So the main thing from that is show your work ethic, fucking do your job right.
That's it, yeah.
And that'll lead you to connections to keep pushing you on to other jobs.
Work ethic, being a perfectionist, man, making it look how you know it needs to look, and you'll never have a problem.
Oh. What advice would you give to a young person considering your trade?
When you do something, do it the right way. We all know the wrong way to do something. We know the fast way to do something, but at the end of the day, when your job is done, you call for somebody up there to come weld. In your mind, you need to look at it as, would I weld that? Does it look good? Does it look how I know it should look? If it don't, really just being perfectionist and taking everything you need to learn. Like, that's the main thing is there's tips and tricks you'll learn from everybody. Take it in. If it don't work for you, you don't know how to do it, you can't figure it out, go back to doing what you know how to do. But that's really the main thing is just being able to take in from all the older guys and guys who've been doing it on their tips and tricks. Because that take you a long way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. And also, if it doesn't meet your standards, there's no need for you to push that on to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because you're your own worst critic at the end of the day. So
That's it.
All right, and last question we got. So, have you ever thought about switching careers or?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
My shit was longer, I'd be a porn star. I promise you that. I promise you that.
All right. So, realistically,
Yes.
where do you see yourself long term?
I don't know, man. It really all depends. I'm kind of a go with the flow guy, man. Like I got plans. Started the piping, being a pipe fitter for a reason. My family, they mostly weld, but in all reality, it's all about the money. So I want to be able to make as much money as I can. So if that means going up from foreman to GF to superintendent, like that's where I would like to be. That's where we'd all like to be. I hope, that's just one of those things where you plan to eventually get off my tools for good and never have to touch them things again.
Oh yeah.
Like that's the main goal, honestly, man. It's just to move up and get out of the field. But at the same time, right now, I my age 28, dog. I can't go sit in no damn office nowhere.
Oh yeah. But at the end of the day, I feel like you got something to work forward to.
Yeah.
Like fitting, you can bump up to a foreman, GF, superintendent. Fucking welding wise, I mean, you got weld boss, foreman, QC, shit like that. There's always something once you get older you can bump yourself up to.
Yeah. That's honestly the main goal, man. But right now, I walk in the office, hey, bud, I'm in a bind walking in there, son.
Yeah.
Like I walk in, hey, I don't want to talk louder. I feel like I need to whisper. Walk in, everybody quiet, sitting at the desk, look at them. Fucking dudes wearing skinny jeans in the fucking corner, talking about I'm an engineer. Man, shut up, motherfucker. You don't know nothing. Like, fuck. And then try to explain to them something, dude don't know what the fuck you talking about. Well, didn't you design this shit?
Well, my book says this is right, so.
It don't. Right now in my life, I couldn't be in one 24/7.
Yeah.
But within the next 5-10 years, I could see myself eventually getting out of the stage I am now to where you walk in to see stupid shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking last job I was on, the engineer talking about, man, you got skinny jeans. These are Lulus. Lululemon. Motherfucker, what? You ain't got fucking Ariat, Carhartt, nothing, Lapco, son. Like, fuck, you on a construction site.
Yeah.
Motherfucker wearing some Lululemon, like, skin-tight jeans. His pants tucked in his boots because they too tight to go out outside of them. Fucking crazy. Y'all laughing, this real life. I swear to God.
That being said, I mean, regardless of where you start, you can always end up somewhere else. You got something to look forward to, push yourself to. I want to thank my boy Brandon right here.
Daddy.
My baby boy.
Daddy.
Baby boy.
Daddy.
This is my son right here, all right?
Oh, it's my stepchild.
I'm trying to lead him the right way. But I want to thank y'all for tuning in, watching, listening. Check us out again a week after next and get your ass back to work.